Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to our companion conversations. Now, before we do anything, regarding that, I thought we'd take a look at our mail, and as you can see, SYO has actually sent us a message. The Council has found a place for me. I cannot say where, but trust that I am far from anyone I could possibly harm. I have my books and my thoughts. I am trying to study my condition from within, what strange places we come to. I am doing my best to pinpoint the other children of the Emperor on the Council's behalf. Besides keeping the first son contained, it is the most difficult task of my life. There are so many. Most of them are unaware of the darkness within them, as I was. We must see if anything can be done. I know how it feels to have the Emperor's power grasping your mind. After all, I can show them that there is hope. It saddens me that this will probably be my last message to you, but I hope you will understand. It is your understanding, after all, that saved me. I have asked that Satil keep me apprised of your career. We both have work ahead of us. I am pleased to sign this with my true name, SYO. Isn't that nice? That is really, really nice. Okay, well, there's that. And now we are going to be speaking to one of our other companions. I actually don't know who we should speak to next. I would actually like to do Nadia's romance, but let's just have a look here and see. I think it might make sense to do ZENITH now, because even though I might like to do Kaizen, I think ZENITH might have some quite interesting conversation pieces, and I think that might be kind of nice.
First victory as Balmora's political liaison. Spoke to your diplomat, Alani. Organized a new trade route for Balmora. She wanted a personal favor. Thought credits would look suspicious. Useful to know.
Just how personal is this favor you promised her?
Personal enough. Greystar said a friend is an enemy waiting to happen, and vice versa.
You mentioned the name Greystar once before.
He was leader of the resistance cell I first joined on Balmora. Taught me plenty. Before everything changed. Enough. Got trade routes to organize. There's word from Balmora. People are calling me politician, not terrorist. A good start. But I want the opposition leader's post. To critique Ty Corden, keep him honest.
Ty's an idealist. An opposition leader who knows the dirt and blood of politics will do him good.
I thought so. I want one of Ty's officials to support me. Secretary Varum would do. Ty trusts him. But Varum's rich, stubborn. Hard to persuade.
Tell me more about this Secretary Varum. There must be something we can use.
Varum's paranoid, terrified of another Imperial attack. He created a militia to guard Ty. Funds it personally. I could tell Varum that Imperials infiltrated his militia, but my people stopped them. With a little evidence, Varum owes me a favor. Easy.
Alternatively, a statement congratulating Varum on his militia's dedication would make him very grateful.
Gratitude's fragile, but that would be faster. You think like Greystar sometimes.
You never told me what happened to him.
Greystar was betrayed. Blasted Empire got an operative into our cell. We scattered, but kept up the fight. War's over. But we lost too much. Secretary Varum came around, gave his support. One step closer to being opposition leader. System works. But there's another candidate back on Balmora. Nayland Fiskin. He's trouble.
Knowing your foe is the first step.
He's a war veteran. Household name. Respectable. Fiskin struck already. Arrested my followers back home over an operation years ago. Says they set a bomb that killed Imperials and Balmoran soldiers. Those Balmorans were traitors, selling ordnance to the Empire. Planned to destroy a village. My people saved lives.
If people know your followers made that choice, that will destroy Fiskin's credibility.
I need evidence. Greystar authorized the bombing. He kept detailed journals. The evidence I need. All Greystar's journals were destroyed on Balmora. Darth Lacris orders. Must be copies elsewhere, though.
Proving your followers innocent is a worthy cause. If you need anything, just ask.
Appreciate it. Let me try first. No one's clean. Journals might have dirt on Nayland Fiskin, too. Fastest way to neutralize him.
If Fiskin does have a shady past, surely it's your duty as a Balmoran citizen to reveal it.
I'll keep you apprised. Might have evidence to clear the charges against my men. I found Greystar's journals. A group of Balmoran resistance fighters were on a mission to Nar Shaddaa. Never left. They have copies of the journals.
Considering what happened on Balmora, you're fortunate any copy survived.
Just have to collect them. These men lost contact with us. Happens sometimes. They don't know Greystar's gone or anything else. Their leader is Callum Stephen, one of my trainees once. I should go to Nar Shaddaa, tell him the news myself.
You'll want to know about Ty Corden, and that Darth Lacras is dead.
Still love hearing that. Won't be gone long. Pick up a shuttle to Nar Shaddaa, meet Jays, bring the journals back. Simple. Don't get shot while I'm away. Back. Met Callum Jays. Journals are safe.
It must have been good to see your friend again.
Not so good. Jays didn't want to give me the journals. Said Greystar left standing orders. If he was killed or captured, the journals should be destroyed. And Greystar told Jays not to give the journals to me. Ever. For any reason.
How did you convince Jays to give them to you?
Shot him in the foot. Started reading on the way back. Greystar had plenty to say. He wrote in shorthand, tough to decipher. But there's enough evidence to release my men. Nayland Fiskin's charges fell apart. Need to go on the attack now, before Fiskin's campaign recovers.
He's thrown off balance. Striking now will put you ahead.
Journals have some intel on Fiskin, too. Hence he took a bribe from an Imperial prisoner. Revealing it would hit him hard.
The Balmoran people deserve to know what kind of man he is.
Done and done. No idea why Greystar didn't want me reading his journals. They're strange. So much history. Talks about people I knew. Like they're still... Back to work. Been working on my combat technique. Noticed some flaws after fighting alongside you. All corrected now.
Everything looked fine to me.
Don't, please. Problems were obvious. Jedi, you're all right. Political campaigning's heating up back home. Nayland Fiskin was rivaling me in the polls, but decided what to do. About that evidence, Fiskin took an Imperial bribe. Leaked it through the HoloNet. Hundreds of Fiskin's supporters switched to me.
You've publicly humiliated him. Be prepared for some backlash.
Already happened. Fiskin's preparing a speech to regain lost ground. Got a very talented speechwriter. He could still turn this around. I could ensure Fiskin's speechwriter has an accident. Non-fatal accident.
No accidents. You could address the Balmoran people first and steal Fiskin's momentum.
Public speaking's not my forte.
It's easy. Relax, be honest. Let them get to know you.
This is me. I'll let you know how it goes. Polling for opposition leader begins soon. Me against Fiskin. Need one last push. Remember Greystar's journals? Managed to decipher more entries from the shorthand. Gave me an idea. Journals say Greystar smuggled out Balmoran refugees to camps off-world. Hundreds, in secret. They won't know Balmora's liberated.
It's time they heard the good news and came home.
My thinking, too. Helping these people is a duty, and good publicity. Should sway any undecided voters. I'll contact the refugees' leaders, but I need somewhere safe to meet.
I once attended a diplomatic summit in a cavern on Alderaan. It's quiet and secure.
Sounds perfect. I'll set it up. My own people. Can't even trust my own people.
Take a deep breath and explain what's going on.
Those Balmoran refugees, I wanted to bring them home. Already arranged to meet them on Alderaan. Then I deciphered more of Greystar's journals, found out why he didn't want me reading them. Journals report these refugees were in contact with local Imperial officials, negotiating for food, medicine, protection.
These refugees could still be in contact with the Empire.
Imperials would have offered anything for intelligence about Balmora. How many refugees gave in, gave information, and got my people killed? Greystar let it happen. But he knew I'd retaliate, so he kept this from me.
If the refugees did trade information, that could have contributed to Greystar's downfall.
They're collaborators. Collaborators die. Or live in a cell. Already arranged to meet the refugee leaders, to help them home. But now they'll be going in chains, for conspiring with the enemy. I arrest the guilty. I prove my devotion to Balmora.
If those refugees walked free, it would cheapen the sacrifices of everyone who stood up to the Empire.
All settled then. Need to get things organized for their arrest. Make sure soldiers are waiting for them. Excuse me. Refugees are back on Balmora. Arrived just before polling started for opposition leader's post. Balmoran public got to see collaborators in chains. Got plenty of positive messages during the polls.
Do you know the results yet?
Votes are in. I won, Nayland Fiskin lost. I'm opposition leader. Seat in government, everything. It feels good.
Perhaps someday the presidency will be in your reach.
Ty Corden can stay president. For now. Wanted to thank you for your help. Couldn't have got that edge without you. Oh, and Greystar's journals? Put 2 blaster shots through the datapad. Destroyed. Like Greystar wanted.
I'm glad you chose to honor his wishes. Eventually.
All done living in the past. Future is what matters. Balmora's and mine. Wanted to let you know. Kind of enjoyed working with you. Not often my comrades survive this long.
I'm glad to be the exception to that particular rule.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, I just wanted to say I trust you. So I'd better stick around, keep you alive. Trustworthy people are hard to come by.
I think that is Zenith's way of saying we're friends now, and I actually really like that. I like the characters that kind of have a little bit more beneath the surface, that are always kind of struggling with that other side of themselves, although Zenith doesn't actually struggle with any side of himself, but he is rather prickly, if you know what I mean. He's pretty difficult to get to in terms of actually either becoming a friend or a comrade in arms or legs. Yeah, of course I had to make that joke again. But anyway, that would be Zenith's conversations, and next time we might be speaking to Lieutenant Iresso, or maybe to Nadia, not entirely sure just yet, or if I feel like it, we'll probably do Kaizen, who knows. Okay, anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.